Hello everyone, my name's Natasha Pratesi of Not Today Theatre Company, and I'm excited to share with you today a 10-minute work in progress section of my new piece Control Freak of Nature. I really hope you enjoy it and thanks so much for watching. Power. Noun. The capacity or ability to direct or influence the behaviour of others or the course of events. Control. Noun. The power to influence or direct people's behaviour or the course of events. Strength. Noun. The quality or state of being physically strong. Alternatively, the emotional or mental qualities necessary in dealing with difficult or distressing situations. So what do these have in common? Humans need each of these qualities. We need to have power over our lives, to control our lives, then have the strength to cope if things don't go as planned. Power is an interesting one. It comes in many forms and leaks into so much more. There's class power, political power, social power, and so much more. We all strive to be the best that we possibly can be, and that's brilliant, but we don't like it when other people are striving more than us. We always want to have the upper hand in life. We always want to be better and be more than what we are and what we have. We never settle. We are never truly happy. Everyone is on their own path in life, yet we all want the better life experience than everyone else. We want the more interesting story to tell. We want the power, the rewards, and the success from that. And sometimes we want those things by doing very little. Control and strength for me come together. I like having control over my life, control over things that happen to me, control over things that affect me. If I'm honest, a lot of things affect me. If I don't have control, then I lose strength in myself and my abilities to keep calm under pressure. If I have control, then I feel more confident I can achieve. I keep myself calm and allow myself to have power over things which affect me negatively. Spontaneity is one of those things that I really don't like. I like having control and knowing exactly what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. Spontaneity, well, that takes all of that away. Of course, that's okay sometimes, but I believe I'm at a point in my life where, should something unexpected happen, I don't believe I have the strength to deal with it. I don't believe I'm strong mentally, and I'm certainly not strong physically. My strength is something that has challenged me over the past couple years. Ultimately, I try to remain in control and have power over things that affect me negatively. But even that is difficult, and especially difficult without upsetting anyone around me. And I know it happens. I know it happens a lot. And all I can say to those people is sorry. You see, I don't want to feel like I need all of this control and power to be happy. There's so many other things that affect happiness. I don't want myself, my actions, my reactions to be a reason why people get upset with me or don't like me. Ultimately, you can only do your best. Everyone has flaws and everyone makes mistakes. You know yourself better than anyone you've ever known. You can only do so much for yourself. You only need to keep yourself afloat. You only need to keep yourself under control. I'm trying not to let the smallest things get to me. I'm trying to have power over the negative things which constantly surround me. I'm trying to keep control over my emotions so I don't upset anyone or push them away. I'm trying to have strength for myself because nobody's going to do it for me. But most of all, I'm trying not to explode.
Glad to see you survived the deadly eruption to be here today. I'd like to welcome you all to Hazardville. And in this very special instalment, we're going to learn all about volcanoes today. Scorching! Yes, I hate myself too. Volcanoes have been around for hundreds of thousands of years. The oldest is Mount Etna in Italy, which is 350,000 years old. But how exactly do volcanoes form, I hear you ask? Well, deep beneath the earth are layers, and these layers contribute to the forming of a volcano. Right at the centre of the earth is the core, which is made up of two layers, inner and outer, and they're as hot as the sun. Ouch! The next layer makes up about 85% of the earth and is called the mantle. Inside the mantle are molten rocks or magma which move about because it's so hot. It can reach up to 1000 degrees Celsius in there. The final layer is the layer we're all standing on, the crust. Now imagine this like the crust of a slice of bread.
Yummy!
This is the smallest layer of the earth and is broken up into smaller pieces of rock called tectonic plates, which are constantly moving. Are you keeping up alright?
Yeah, I'm fine, keep going, you know, I'm all good here.
There are three places where volcanoes form.
What
The divergent plate boundaries, the tectonic plates move apart, and the magma from the mantle rises to the surface. As the magma reaches the surface and erupts out of the ground, it is now called lava. The lava cools and forms new rock. Over time, many layers of rock are formed, and this creates a volcano. With each eruption of a volcano, more lava flows through the vent, the tube that forms in the middle, and explodes out of the crater, which is basically the summit of the volcano. At convergent plate boundaries, the plates move towards each other and the pressure causes one plate to plunge into the mantle and melt, forming new magma. There are also hotspots in the mantle, where large amounts of magma have accumulated. At hotspots and convergent plate boundaries, magma is able to rise to the surface through gaps and cracks and form a volcano. All make sense? Fabulous.
No, can you actually go slower? You know, I haven't finished drawing.
And no. Now we'll get on to the exciting stuff. Eruptions. The magma inside the mantle will try to float to the top as it is less dense than the rocks around it and seek out cracks and spaces to go into. With the right conditions, such as extreme pressure, changing heat and tectonic activity, the magma can erupt through the Earth's crust, causing an incredible sight, a volcanic explosion. Now, I get very excited about volcanic eruptions because they just look so cool and so powerful and so hot and so fierce. Sorry. Of course, it's not good news for anyone within the vicinity. Firstly, you experience a sonic boom kind of noise, about 200 decibels. In comparison, a firework is about 150-175 decibels. The loudest sound ever was actually the Krakatoa volcanic eruption in 1883, which was 310 decibels and could be heard over 3,000 miles away. Experts believe that if you were standing a mere 10 miles away, you'd instantly become deaf. It's a good thing we weren't around back then. After the sound, you see large amounts of debris being thrown from the crater. Are you ready? I'm going to throw some more numbers in.
Okay, let's go for it.
This debris can be in the form of a giant gas and ash cloud which can soar up to 35 miles high. The cloud is made up of rock, mineral and glass particles, can be as hot as 800 degrees Celsius and can travel up to 200 kilometers per hour. This is not to be confused with a pyroclastic flow, which is made up of solidified lava pieces, volcanic ash and hot gases, can be as hot as 1000 degrees Celsius and can travel up to 700 kilometers per hour. Debris can also be in the form of a volcanic bomb, which are masses of lava blown from the crater which hardens in mid-flight, and deadly volcanic mud flows called lahars, which are landslides created when melted ice, water or rain mixes with ash and debris and can reach 100 miles per hour. Any lava flowing out of the volcano is also about 1000 degrees Celsius. Lava can be thin and quick moving, or thick and slow like honey. I really hope all that made sense along with those terrible drawings.
Hey, I'm trying my best.
And your best isn't good enough today.
No, it's not, is it?
Depending on the type of eruption, depends on what destructive forces races towards civilization, but all of them are just as deadly as each other. They all burn and destroy anything in their path, so you wouldn't want to come face to face with any of them. If you were close enough, or if any of them touched you, you'd experience very severe burns through every layer of skin, and would require skin grafts and surgeries to heal them. If you were submerged within any of them and couldn't escape quickly, unfortunately, you would die. Now, what's that supposed to be?
I mean, well, it's meant to be a guy on fire, but, you know...
Very insensitive.
I mean, we are talking about
Apologise.
volcanoes. What?
Apologise.
Sorry, everyone.
Moving swiftly on. You wouldn't drown in lava as it's very dense, and it is possible to drink. Yes, you heard me correctly. Drink lava, but you can only do that once, as it would burn your lungs out to nothing and you would burst into flames. Probably. We don't know for sure, as testing it would be impossible and just a little bit insane. The impacts of volcanic eruption on humans could last for many years. As we've already learned, the destructive outcomes of a volcano destroy anything in their path, damaging any and all infrastructure in the area. Anything left standing will be completely buried in ash, and if it was something like a car, it won't work anymore. Why is the car as big as a house?
I mean, I can't draw small cars quickly, so...
Well, you can't draw at all, to be honest.
I'll ignore that comment.
Anyway, the clean-up after a volcanic eruption won't start immediately either. The toxic gases in the air mean it's ridiculously unsafe to be in the area for some time after the eruption. Hundreds of people have lost their homes, their belongings, and maybe even their loved ones, and would feel the horrible psychological effects and trauma from the experience. Whole civilizations have to be rebuilt, but things like that take time, money, and effort, and the local and national government may not be the most efficient at trying to rebuild a society and provide aid to those who have been displaced. Or they're just way too lazy to do anything about it. It's just like me. Anyway, while society tries to return to normal, there is no knowing when the next eruption may be. The story of a volcano is never ending. All you can do is look out for the warning signs and evacuate as soon as possible. Or, if you're a smart arse and can afford it, just move out to an area not threatened by volcanic activity, so you don't need to worry about it. It's no longer your problem. That concludes today's instalment of Hazardville. See you next time, where we'll be talking all about earthquakes and how to survive them. Till then,
Keep surviving!